So if you just pause for a moment there, you did not drop from 80 to 60. Oops. Did you notice that? So the further you go, the less the dilutionary effect is. So stop this thing about, oh, I get diluted, oh, I'm so terrible, oh, life is hard. Bullshit. Dilution is good, particularly if this happens. And you might have the first investor who goes, oh my God, you're diluting me. I'm going, well, for fuck's sake, I just doubled your money, you idiot. Like, his value is $500,000. He made $250,000, he doubled his money in 6 months. Stop crying over it. People have the wrong idea. This is fruit shop mentality. You get where I'm coming from with this? It gets me really annoyed because this is the content of so many arguments that we see people coming along with, that they have investors or potential investors. This is baloney. This is a capital gain. This is a wealth creation gain. That's the only reason you do this. Because if not, you should have a fruit shop, right? Don't worry, I'm not disrespectful to my local bean growers. I like them very much, but this is not the game we're playing here. Right. Sorry?
That costs you that average.
Exactly. And so you're going to think about this when you do this transaction. You double investor one's wealth in X number of months. He's going to come back and say, oh yeah, thank you. Can we do it again next year? You're going to go, hell yeah. So what's going to happen next is we're going to issue, let's argue, we throttle down our growth. So maybe we only need, oops, there should be a dollar sign there, 200,000 shares. And we say $5 each, right? So we're now raising $1 million down here. So we're issuing even fewer shares for even more money. This guy's stake is now quintupled. He would be happy. Your share is down to roughly about 58%, if my memory serves me right. You can correct me on that. And so 58, that's a lot of money, right? I have 1 million shares because I haven't given any of these away. So it's $5 each, so I'm worth at least $5 million, right? So this is how this process works. So in some comments they said, oh, you're going to sell me your shares and then you're going to do a loan or whatever, then something is terribly wrong with the transaction mechanics here. It's just not the right way to do it. This is the simple way to do it. You have no issues with the tax office, you have no issues with capital gains, you have no issues with transfer of the actual shares, you're going to pay stamp duty on it, none of these kind of things, because you just issue new equity. It's clean. And I think somebody said in a thing before, when we said what makes a business scalable is not too muddied up. This is a good example of how muddy things up. Just keep it really simple, like his principle. John, what would you like to add to this?
I'm not sure where most of you are in terms of your legal entity. Mike started this conversation by saying he had a company. It was a $2 company or whatever it was, he had a company. The biggest mistake I see inventors or people that are creating businesses do is to take out, come back to that patent thing, patent in the person's name. Getting that company set up at the very start means it's in that company and then it's owned and you can do this sort of thing. The bane of an inventor's life is when the invention is in John Petty's name, because I'm then continually forever needing to sign or do assignments of the IP, of the patent, etc., because I did it in my own personal name. Killer for tax, etc., etc. So I'm not sure whether any of you are yet or in the process of doing some patenting, IP protection, get some good advice, but it is in a company. It's not in the name of the inventor. It's nice to think I invented it. It's got my name on the patent. That's bullshit.
What about things like trademarks, logos, branding, all that sort of stuff?
All same answer. Same answer. Yep. In the company, then it's an asset of the company, not your name.
So
Bane of your life.
So can't the inventor sell the patent to the company?
There's the problem in that every one of those renewals that take place are in the name of the first person who did it. Right? You don't want that. Be smart enough to do the company first.
What if you have a company set up where you have an additional company, and
then you have a technology
and then
company.
another one takes on product, Where do you put your IP then?
Depending upon how sophisticated you want to be, and if you're going to be doing licensing, then you want to put it into the licensing company, which will be based in Hong Kong, etc., etc. That's getting complicated and more sophisticated. Okay? Must be in the company.
So, I think you had another question around.
Yeah, I had a
Yes, I
question
can't remember
around,
what it was, I'm sorry.
a lot of investors, everywhere you actually look, as my research indicated, that you need to have a 10 years roadmap for that, when you're investor ready, to show the
10-year roadmap.
that you're here for long term.
What the hell are you selling? No, wrong.
But now, as it is, every company wants to know maximum 2 to 3 years exit.
Oh yeah. And here's why. Very, very simple reason why. It's the statistics. Right now I know I am right here. It's a given, it's a fact, physically I'm standing here. I can sort of roughly predict where I'll be tomorrow. I'm fairly certain I'll be in Melbourne. Next week, I think I'll be in Sydney. In a couple of weeks, I have a sense I might be in Melbourne again. By Christmas, I've got no bloody clue where I'm going to be. Well, I'm going to hold Christmas Eve. I could be in Europe. I'm not quite sure, maybe this year. So the longer we go out, the greater the probability, or the higher the uncertainty is attached. That creates a problem, because I can forecast year one fairly precisely. I can forecast year two somewhat precisely. But the time I forecast year 7, well, I think it's going to be somewhere between here and here. And it's like, oh yeah, it could be 10 mil, it could be 100 mil, we're not quite sure. It's going to be somewhere between 10 and 100 million dollars. Who the hell wants a forecast like that? That's not a forecast, that's like, seriously, crystal ball gazers, they get better results than that. You can't do that.
Isn't that affect the probability of the valuation of your company as well? Like before we mentioned that it was 8 times the amount the investors will value it, that the return's going to be?
Yeah, but you can't second guess a future into the far distant. I mean, think about it, 7 years from now, that's 2025. Right? I can see some of you are laughing. It's like, you're right, that's it. Like, we don't need, I mean, we got AI, we got AR, we got blockchain, we got all these kind of things. Does any one of us here seriously know what any of those 3 technologies, there's just 3 current technologies that's hot today, what they're going to be doing in 7 years? Does anyone here go back 7 years, 2011? Did we have blockchain? Okay. Did we have AI? Yes. Did we have AR? No, we had VR. Oops. So you go back to 2011 and predict the technologies and the market of 2018, holy hell, good luck to you. And if an investor thinks that they want you to predict 7 or 10 years into the future, seriously, that's just nuts. Like, that's crazy. And the only situation where you need to do something like this is, say that you are starting an equities fund. Then obviously a fund investor goes in and their money is locked in for 7 years or 10 years. You need to create a prediction of where you're going to go in 7 or 10 years. That's your obligation legally. It's basically what's going to be in the documents, right? But here we're talking about a business. You can go anywhere. Where are you going to go international? I mean, a number of your businesses have the potential to go global. Does anyone of you know yet where you're going to go to Asia first, or US first, or Europe first? So maybe, right? Maybe all 3, or we don't know. But we might know in a year.
Do you not need to separate the, surely from category to category there must be sort of like fairly reliable indicators. I remember everybody was like absolutely going nuts about Second Life. Do you remember that? Like every business was going to get into Second Life.
I don't know, what's Second Life?
Who cares? And the ABC, we got all of these geniuses investing in things that, I think it's like the movie business, nobody knows. No. And I think there must be some category staples like, I don't know, maybe a food stuff or a water. You could do your 10 prediction. We're all going to be drinking water in 10 years, right? So surely it must be a little bit of...
She says and reaches for the bottle. Is that vodka?
It's water from this.
It's water. Yes.
I think with high-tech disruptive technologies it's much more difficult, but there must be some staples of physiological existence that you would be able to
And I
predict.
think you are onto what will probably lead me to my very last thing, and then I think we just take a quick break. So, say what? The things that don't change, correct. So, basically it's back to what makes Brendan?
Capital conversation, can I go on a small tangent for a short period?
Please do, yeah, your tangents are always fun.
We were talking about the business and running the business for the purpose of capital, for raising that which is going to create the wealth for you. As much as every contribution here, it's all about the money. Well, I don't know that we've touched on this yet, but it's the exit strategy. What is your way out? What is it that, are you in this business for the purpose of the long haul and the cash flow that it'll generate for the rest of your lives, and then you want to sell it to the kids, or you hand it down to the kids, or you want to sell it to somebody else? What is your exit strategy out of this? Do you simply, as we talked about, selling the shares or selling the equity? What is it that you're selling? But then it's a when do you want to sell it? How far do you want to take this before you can